Give us a noodle. Hi everyone, my name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew.
From the Studio Rats, and mate, it is nice to be back in the same room.
Nice for you. Nice for you, Arthur.
Thank you very much. And there's me bringing toys as well.
I know, it's true.
So today's video is about probably the least exciting piece of kit I've ever brought round.
The thing is, I mean, it's not an exciting pedal, is it? Okay, not only in its function or what you think its function to be, but also in the colour that they've chosen.
It's taupe, isn't it?
It's 1970s fag stain wall, I would say.
And to anyone in America, that doesn't mean what you think it means.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
So, the current recording chain we have here is Paul's Esquire Telecaster thing into the Boss GE-7, or it could be any EQ type pedal, any graphic pedal, straight into the divider by 13, which sounds fantastic. It sounds really cool.
It's one of those amps that it's like an AC30. It can get quite brittle on the top end, but in a really good way. It cuts through the mix like glass. It's great.
But you're not always going to be using one of those in a gig environment.
No.
Maybe you're going to go between single coils and something a bit darker. Ow.
Bash my guitar?
No, but bash my hand on your...
Oh, okay.
I should be suing for damages. Something a bit more dark and a bit more rock and roll and humbuckery.
More rock and roll, more humbuckery.
More humbuckery.
Yeah.
Humbuckerage.
Yeah.
And the difference is really not very subtle at all. So what most people will use one of these things for is a boost pedal.
Yeah.
And when using it with a valve amp, it is a massive, massive difference. So for example, if I just kick in a tiny bit of boost level on the EQage...
Well, give it some welly. Come on, give it a little bit of welly.
Serious
It
welly.
can take
Okay.
it. It can take it.
So let's see what happens.
Great. I love a boost, especially like a clean boost, because that's what this is really useful for, because it's basically a clit boost, and you're using a clean boost into the valve amp, and it just gives it that.
You're driving the preamp tubes a bit harder.
Yeah.
It's like you've got a bit hotter pickups.
Yes.
That's exactly what it's doing.
Yeah.
And it's very cool.
Yeah.
And now, of course, if you do find you're getting a little bit too much harshness, of course you can curtail it a little bit.
Well, should we do that first? Because I think a Telecaster has its harshness around sort of 2K, 3K, something like that.
So let's pull out a little bit of 1.6 to 3.2-ish.
Yep. It's buttery smooth.
Using the level slider to boost it, to give us our solo boost effectively, and we're pulling out 1.6 and 3.2 to just kill off some of those really harsh, the harsh tones, the harsher frequencies, which I think sounds great. If you're doing a solo, it's the difference between...
Instant Hendrix. Glassy sort of top end that you get is great.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
However, the real change comes when we do this. I'll swap you.
Okay. Go on then.
I'll have that. You have that.
You're going to take it out first.
Out first. Now that's dark.
It's dark, but it sounds. It's a great sound. But it's lost the clarity. It's lost that
definition.
Yeah.
I'm going to flatten this off again.
Yeah.
And bring it back down to normal level.
Okay.
Kick it in.
Yeah.
Just going to push 1.6, 3.2, and a little bit more 6.4, because there isn't that much guitar up there.
Nope.
So I'm going to push that a little tiny bit. We're talking less than one. I don't even know what they're divided up as.
Each one of those bars is a Nat's chuff.
Okay, right, the technical term, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to boost that a little bit and boost the uppermost a little bit more, a bit harder.
That's night and day.
It's gone from there to there, which is great.
I mean, that's great.
So think of that as your instant get out of jail free between using a single coil and a humbucker on a gig.
Yeah.
It's the instant transition pedal.
Well, that for me, I mean, one of my favourite pedals that I've got is that Earthquake Devices Black Eye Boost, which is just a boost pedal. It's got a bit of a low mid hump on it. Yeah. That to me sounds at least as good as that, but it's way more useful because, you know, basically if you're taking along 2 guitars to a gig, and you know you want that brightness in both guitars without having to go up to your amp and start fiddling. That is, you got the boost and you've also got the EQ. That is a
now,
no-brainer.
of course, where this really kicks in is now with the fact we can apply some boost to that.
Yeah.
And I picked this up on eBay for 60 quid.
But they're not much more than that new. Do you know what's also good about that?
Tell me.
It's the buffer, because Boss use a buffer in their pedals, and all of their pedals, I think, all of their pedals that are this size. And so it's got that buffer, so it feels different. I know that sounds stupid, but if I plug straight into the amp, you've got a slightly more... If I say a late feel, I'm going to get slated, aren't I?
Spongy, I think is what it is. For
Yeah.
me. It's a spongy sort of feel going straight into a valve amp.
That feels great. I'm so getting one of them.
I know we've gone on about it a bit recently on the live stream and stuff like that, but I think this is probably the pedal that I've been missing for the longest time on my board.
I think that's probably the most useful pedal you can buy.
Whoa, you heard it here first, boys and girls. Actually, not really first. We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hope you found that useful. If you did, like, subscribe, hit that bell, do all the normal stuff that we all ask you to do. And yeah, hope you found that useful. My name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew.
From the Studio Rats, and we will see you again very soon.
Cheers, guys.